Hey everyone, I'm Mike from JinbuPal, and today I want to share with you one quick tip for how to easily get a more immersive environment for language learning on your computer, so stick around. Recently, I've been working to create a more immersive Chinese language experience in all aspects of my life, particularly whenever I'm using my phone or computer. The primary reason I wanted to do this was to work on increasing my vocabulary with Chinese content in context. I also just wanted to force myself into situations where I would have to practice my Mandarin even when I was busy doing other things. Okay, so let's jump right into it. I've recorded another video discussing the many benefits I found of changing my iPhone system language to Mandarin Chinese, and you can find that video linked in the video description below. But I recognize that making the jump like that can feel a bit extreme. Even I put off doing it for a while, worried that I may have difficulties reversing the settings or issues understanding important messages on my phone. I say all of this to say that I felt a very similar hesitance of completely changing over my laptop's system language for similar reasons. But I'm very happy to say that I found a bit of a workaround which allows you to force yourself to have a more immersive online experience, but it's also really easy to reverse. So what is this? It's changing your Google Chrome default browser language to your target language. Let me show you how to set this up, and you'll see why it's so valuable. As I explain this, I'm going to talk specifically about setting up for translation to Mandarin Chinese, but you can obviously set up your browser to whatever your target language might be. To adjust your language settings, first all you have to do is go to navigate to the settings in Google Chrome, and then you're going to click on expanding the advanced settings pane, expand language, then add Chinese simplified or Chinese traditional, depending on your preference. Then you want to turn on the setting for offer to translate pages that aren't in a language you read. By doing this, Chrome will essentially assume that you don't speak any English and that you need a translation to understand all non-Chinese web pages. Let me show you how easy switching between languages can be with this approach. Every time you visit a new web page, the Google Translate pop-up will show up with a suggestion to translate to Chinese. I find this to be a helpful, gentle nudge to practice your Chinese every time you're online. You can also just click the checkbox for Always Translate English to automatically translate all sites to Chinese. If you want to change back to English at any time, literally all you have to do is toggle the setting back over to English in the same pop-up. This makes everything really simple, and it's really commitment-free to use. I also highly recommend having a pop-up dictionary installed on your browser to help you easily translate unknown words back to English without having to completely change the whole site's translation. So it's much faster this way. For Chinese, I use the Zhongwen Chrome extension, but I'm sure that there's similar extensions for almost any target language, so make sure you browse around in the Google Chrome extension store. I also want to note that Google Translate definitely isn't always perfect, especially if the text being translated isn't in context. I would aim for using this approach primarily for getting you more exposure to new vocabulary and language practice throughout the day without the expectation of perfect word usage and full understanding of natural Chinese grammatical structures. I hope this tip has been helpful for you, and if you're interested in learning Chinese yourself, please check out our website to see how you could learn Chinese at lightning speed with the JinbuPal web app. If you enjoyed this video and you want to keep seeing more like it, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out our blog for tons of other written content about topics just like this. Thanks.